Namaste and a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Ahmedabad. Myself Ayushi Jain and I would like to take an honor to welcome each one of you to the first faculty development program by IIID. The program aims to enrich the knowledge of faculties through interaction with eminent personalities from industries and academics. The knowledge sharing will improve the teaching learning process to the students and the benefit of the society. I now request our IIID Ahmedabad chairperson, Devdutt Pandya, to take it ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you had good breakfast. We are we are about to start something very unique. Good morning from IIID Ahmedabad, and on behalf of IID, I welcome you all. Uh, uh, it's my privilege to have you all for the first of its faculty development program, and I think this was much anticipated by NEC team, and we are fortunate enough to host it at Ahmedabad. I'd like to especially welcome our national president, Mr. Sarosh Wadia, who is here with us. Despite of his busy schedules, he's with us. I know he's trying his level best, and I hope his health permits to many more. I'd like to welcome Ms. Shamini Shankar, our honorary secretary, Mr. Anshuman Sharma, head of education portfolio, and curator of this faculty development program, our NEC member, Mr. Ganesh Wable, our past IIID chair, NEC member, current NEC member, as well as our first speaker, Neeraj Shah. Thank you all. I'd like to specially welcome all our six of speakers. I'd like to welcome all of them here. They gracefully accepted our invitation over a call, and they've been relentlessly working on their presentation and on their details. I'd like to thank. We have Rishabh with us. We have Kaulav with us. Soon we have Chandrakant Vevare, Vishal, and Yatin sir with us. Apart from that, I'd like to welcome all of you who registered delegates who have taken your time and being here to enhance your education and way of teaching. I think kudos to you guys, all of you here. A big round of applause if I can put it here. I think at IIID we believe in fostering not only putting it across the right information or taking it forward for the professionals, but for the education and educators. I think that is another focus that the team is taking forward, and FDP is a step further to that. So I think we hope that this step will take a leap and bounds in future to come. I think next 2 days, this 6 sessions will have a lot of interaction, lot of various topics covered by industry stalwarts, and I look forward from all of you to be much more interactive, much more dialogueful, and I think all the speakers would love to have your insights. So I think be more proactive into all 6 days. And last but not least, I'd like to thank our team Ahmedabad who have been with us to take this event to what we are here. Uh, Especially Ranna. Unfortunately, she is not with us. She led the team. We have young team this time with us. We have Amruta. Amruta, Ayushi, Kamya, Vomik, Prachi, Rushang, Nihar, and Dodia Chirag. And apart from them, we all of us our committee is here to help you out for anything that is required. And further to this, I look forward to 2 days of productive session that and lot of takeaways from this. Thank you. There is a QR code with the form, and we look forward to your feedback for that, because that is that is where we can improve upon on other sessions. So please do that while you have the breaks or the time that you have.
I'd like to invite IIID NEC member Anshuman Sharma, a practicing architect and interior designer with over 25 years of experience, with an overseas experience of working in Australia for 3-4 years. Principal architect and owner of design firm design, which follows thank you. Intelligent design approach and responsive working style. Immediate past chairman of IID Jaipur, member of Board of Studies and also on advisory board of 6 leading universities in India. Expert visiting faculty at 2 major architectural colleges. Represented Rajasthan State at National Tennis Championship for 4 years. Captained school and university tennis teams and awarded sports colors for both, including his hobbies are singing, music, and traveling. Please, sir.
Thank you, Ayushi. Very good morning to all of you, and welcome to Ahmedabad for this first FDP. On behalf of Triple ID National Committee and Ahmedabad, I welcome you all. This is a series of 4 FDPs, that we've planned for this term, starting with, of course, Ahmedabad. The next one is slated to be at Thane, so we'll soon come out, with the dates for that. I must congratulate Devdutt and his entire team. So Devdutt, Chirag, Mehul, Ayushi, all these people have been tirelessly working. And my very dear friend Ranna, who unfortunately is not with us here today for some personal reasons, so she's been coordinating everything. So I for sure know how much effort goes in planning something like this, especially if it's something concerned with education. So not many people have the interest doing such activities, but on behalf of National Committee, I'm very grateful to Ahmedabad chapter, and personally I'm indebted to all the efforts put in by each one of you. Thank you so much. For education, we've laid down a roadmap when we started this term. Of course, FDP was right there on the top. Other things, which I'm sure the president is going to speak upon is the Triple ID syllabus, which we are now ready with and which we roll out soon. In terms of events, the one major event we are looking forward to, other than the 3 FDPs, is ASIDE. So ASIDE is a symposium on interior design education. The first edition happened in Jaipur in 2018, where we had about 3 to 4 international speakers and about 5-6 speakers of national repute from India, and we had over 250 participants back then in 2018 in Jaipur. The intent was largely to focus on betterment of design education. We came out with a charter later. So as far as Triple ID is concerned, education is concerned, I think we are moving in the right direction, but we need support from all of you. So I'll not take much of your time. I once again thank you all, welcome you all, and thank you for being here.
I would also welcome Architect Shamini Shankar Jain, Honorable Secretary, IID, alumni of CEPT School of Architecture, and founder principal of Shamini Shankar Pranay Deep Architects at Jaipur since 1987. She has been the exeter of IID Insight National Magazine and editor-in-chief for 3 terms before she joined the NEC, duly elected, and is presently IID National Honorable Secretary of the Golden Team headed by President Sarosh Wadia, 2022 to 25. I would like to welcome you, ma'am.
Good morning to you all. It's such a pleasure seeing a lot of young faces in front of me, taking all this trouble to come from wherever you are to engage in the next 2 days with the best of minds in design. Ahmedabad to me has always been the design capital, and I think you've taken a great decision to come here for the first FDP. And I must thank Anshuman, my colleague, who has systematically worked towards this. Devdutt and his team, Chirag, Mehul, and the rest of the MC, and of course the youngsters to my right. I have also been a teacher, and I have also noticed a lot of practical difficulties engaging with students. And today is a very challenging time to be with a student. And I think you all need to open your ears and eyes in the next 2 days to listen to what I call the design trainers, to see how you can use ways and means to develop your inner sensibilities to actually engage with them. This is so important that you believe that you need to evolve as a teacher too. Because many times students do complain that they are treated like children. In fact, they're called beta, beti. I think we really need to recognize the fact that they are all young professionals, to be young individuals in their own right, and you need to treat them with maturity. Another thing which I think is important as faculty is that you need to plan your day in advance. And in the next 2 days, I'm sure there'll be methods by which these trainers are going to tease your mind. And you need to, in any way, understand that as you go through your life as a teacher, you need to evolve consistently. Learning is never a time-based thing. The timeline is right to the end of your life. And Neeraj, I envy all of them sitting and listening to you, Rishabh, Yatin, to you, and to many others. So, make the best use. And I do think it would be nice to also question them so that your clarity is also there. Thank you for having me, Devdutt, and good luck to all of you all. Thank you.
I would now like to invite President of IID India, Architect Sarosh Wadia, who is an alumnus of the School of Architecture, CEPT, Ahmedabad, trained with Padma Shri Architect Professor B.V. Doshi sir, and also engaged in professional architectural photography for a number of his publications. His involvement with the IID started way back in 1999 as the founding vice chairman of Surat Regional Chapter. The very next year, he took over the first elected chairman of Surat chapter and was instrumental in bringing together both the apex bodies of design and at the local level. Since then, the IID and the IIA at Surat have been working hand in hand, organizing all the events irrespective of scale and jointly. He went then to become a member of the National Executive Committee of the IID from 2002 to 2006, during which time he held the portfolio of Chairman of the Education and Development Committee, responsible for the overall development in interior design education in the country. The committee was instrumental in formulating 3 types of syllabus of certificate in diploma and advanced diploma programs. Subsequently, from 2010 onwards, he also held the portfolios of continuous education programs and most recently the Membership and Development Committee. During the term 2015 to 2017, he was Vice President Association in IID. He has been actively in the IIA since 1990, being a founding member of the Surat Center, working his way up to the chairman during the term 2006 to 2008, and being elected to the IIA National Council from 2012 to 21. His holistic approach to architecture extends beyond aesthetics and structure. It encompasses the seamless integration of essential services like plumbing, electrification in building design and execution. With a keen eye of detail and functionality, he ensures that every project under his guidance incorporates efficient services and systems that optimize water usage, promote conservation, and enhance our convenience. His expertise extends to strategic and spatial arrangements and the appropriate placement of electrical elements, harnessing technology to create energy-efficient spaces that prioritize sustainability without compromising an effort or safety. Through meticulous planning and collaboration with experts in these domains, he ensures that every aspect of a building's infrastructure aligns seamlessly with its architectural vision, delivering spaces that are not only visually appealing, but also functional, sustainable, and future-ready. His hand-on person and enjoys repairing anything from calculators to cars in his free time. An avid photographer, he immensely enjoys listening to music and plays a number of instruments. I would like to invite you, sir.
Good morning, all of you. I'm very glad that most of the seats here are filled, and our efforts to make education as one of the thrusts in IID have come true. Now, when I took over in 2022, 11th of November was the day, I think, when our new team of the Golden Jubilee took over. I had a dilemma on hand. Only 3 of us had any experience of being in the NEC. Me, our chairman, President-elect Jignesh, and our Honorary Secretary Shamini Shankar. So then we were wondering how to manage the next, because it was a Golden Jubilee year, we were just on the verge of finishing 50 years. So to look at it positively or negatively. So I remembered Doshi's words then, always take a half glass of water as full, near filling, never take it as empty. And that is what we looked at. And the positive part was that I got people like Anshuman, I got people like Ganesh, I got people like Prashant, who are excelling in their portfolios. And one of them, very close to my heart, was education. So as my biodata read out that in 2002 to 2006, I was related with IID, getting 3 syllabuses together and incorporating a lot of colleges at degree level with us. And those colleges have all become, all the 7 have become a degree college with our syllabus as the approved syllabus by their own universities. But that ended there. And then there was a long break. And finally, I was at the helm and I had people like Anshuman who had already seen working in education before. And I thrust that portfolio in his hands, knowing that it will go very smoothly. And from the first day, he started working earnestly and had so much of, correspondence with me, correspondence all over India with, each chapter. So he has made a 3-level committee. How this functions is that there is a education council, which is the advisory board, which has very senior professors and head of the departments, a committee of 6 people, out of which I think Yatin is one of the members. And then below that are all the chapter centers in charges for education who are equally enthusiastic. And after that come the colleges and their representatives like you who come forward to attend such events where we can enhance each other and learn from each other. That is more important than actually somebody teaching from here. So this intention of this kind of programs is that in every region, in 4 different regions, we are going to have it. We started with the western region, soon it will go to the central, then it will go to the south, and then it will be in the north. So we have started this because we left off having it some time back. And we had nearly 60 colleges with which we have MOUs. And then COVID struck. Now we have a lot many, but we thought, let's prepare faculty, let's prepare everything, and then, make them sign the MOU, because the MOUs have expired 5 years later. And now we are going in for new MOUs also, and more colleges joining us, but we have something to offer. So this is a very important thing which is happening now. And Anshuman's committee in education, due to it being very close to my heart, was the first committee to receive an amount to spend, that you have to do this and you have to bring it to an end by the time that Golden Jubilee term is over. And he has done it very well, and we are seeing this series of programs which have come in. We are also ready with syllabuses, MOUs for colleges to again, join us. And why are we doing this? Why should IID, which is a professional body, dwell in education at all? Because our motto is to serve the community of designers who are specializing in interior design. But if we don't have a second generation ready for the ideas to take on and educated in a certain way, we'll all be left behind. And we'll get a bad name, which anyways, if I think you are very young, but how many of you were there during the earthquake in Ahmedabad? So do you remember mostly interior designers in Surat, Ahmedabad, Baroda, wherever building collapsed? The interior designers were blamed because we didn't have a body to reckon with. We were the easiest scapegoats to blame. कि भाई ये कर दिया, बीम में होल कर दिया, कॉलम निकाल दिया, not knowing that these columns which had been removed by were done with an engineer's advice, not knowing an earthquake is going to strike, and we weren't prepared. But the blame came to IIID, and that is where I decided I'll take up education and make it one of the thrust areas where IIID works, so that we don't have such kind of blames to on our shoulders. Now, why Ahmedabad to begin with? Ahmedabad is a very strong chapter, known for its different programs, and always ready to take up responsibility. So, if we see the history, the first member in Ahmedabad was Mr. Mukul Seth in 1979. He is a life member, and I hope he's still with you. Okay. And then the first founder chairman was Kena Patel. This happened in 2004. So 2004 to 6 was her founder chairman term, after which she became the elected chairman 2006 to 8, after which a very competent designer, Shirashri Thakkar, 2008 to 10, took up. And then Bimal Mistry came. I wish he was here today. After which was Ami Desai. And Ami Desai also had 2 terms, 2012 to 14 and 2015 to 17. And then our Neeraj came. He was actually supposed to take the second term of Ami, which he postponed by 2 years. So Ami became chairman for 4 years. And then Ranna came, after which Vatsal took it up and ran it very well, brought everybody together, and now it's Devdutt from 23 to 25. So this is the history of Ahmedabad, where each chairman has put in a lot of work, which we at the HO recognize, and then we are allowing them to prosper still. And another thing which they have come up with is a grand session in January. I think the dates are 8th, 9th, 10th of January 2025, when we are not only having a conclave, but we are also having with us the Asia Pacific Designers Association, representatives from 14 to 15 countries coming to our Ahmedabad and being with you all. So if you can do register for it, it will be a very interesting session. Again, very good speakers, and I rely totally on Ahmedabad to make it happen. So this is what Ahmedabad is, and there are some other committees in IIID which need to be recognized, which is one is publications. Our Inscape magazine has taken a new life again, because there are 2 parts of Inscape. One is a newsletter, which is Chapter Center News, and one is the folios. Now, why folios? Folios is a collector's issue, where each of the folios has a different color to speak on, has a different element of design to speak on. And we are in the 3rd release of the issue. Mostly it will be done in Udaipur. And then there is a events, and it is headed by our immediate past president, Jabin Zacarias. And she is very enthusiastic about it. And then she is also in charge for the NatCon, which is happening in Nashik on 29th, 30th, and 1st of January. January and 1st of February, yeah. So these are the dates which are also worth keeping in mind to join NatCon in a big way. And then there's another committee which is again formed, which is first of its kind, which is called the Events Committee. We have a lot of events in IIID happening. But then sometimes the chapter doesn't know how to go about it because there are new people, and sometimes the NEC doesn't know how to go about it. Like this is a joint NEC program. So we had a committee headed by Sunita, who's our member from Cochin, a trade member, educated in design, but she's opted for trade. Very enthusiastic, and a lot of such collaboration programs between chapter and NEC are taken up by her. The recent one which she's taken up is this NatCon in Nashik. So it's a big responsibility where our co-chairman of that committee is Ganesh, who's here with us. He also heads a very interesting portfolio, which is again new in IIRE, which is revival of centers and chapters. As we grow, and do you know we grew 20% in COVID time? You know why? Because we had 218 programs online happening throughout COVID. Never a week passed when IIT didn't have a program. And we had a growth of 20% over there. Just now we are even growing more. Now his committee looks after the chapters which are dwindling, the chapters which are non-functional. Already 2 have been put in place. One is Kolkata and the other one is Coimbatore. Coimbatore is doing extremely well, and Calcutta, after a long break of 10 years, is having independent programs every month or alternate month. And they are with us. So next one, he's in line with Satara, and where he has set up again a very interesting way to bring Satara to the mark again. So these are some committees which I need to mention, because these committees have always been at the helm of affairs where this goes. Just like Anshuman has, on his own had chapter centers to involve in education. Similarly, these other committees also have the right to involve people in chapter centers. So when we are together and we talk the one language, probably we are successful, and the Golden Jubilee is the right year to be successful. Now you are sitting in a very iconic building here. Last time I was here, I was with Professor Doshi, and we were seeing what could happen and how IIA could get involved, and it did get involved for a certain time. And we are again here today. Imagine 54 years back, somebody had made this modern building, which is still a book to study. So please have a look at this building when you have free time. I hope you got the upstairs auditorium also open to just have a view. So this is a very, very important place where Ahmedabad has decided to have this function, because this will mark it in history. Okay, we had it at the Mill Owners Association, the first FDP of the term, the Golden Jubilee term. So thank you all for being a part of this, and I hope it is a very good success. Thank you.
So much, sir, for your valuable time and valuable words. Now, I would like to, before I introduce Neeraj Shah to take the session ahead, I would like to ask Devdutt bhai to take a group photograph with all the members and respective faculties.